What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video on my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kizzy, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to support me. As you guys can see from the title, today is going to be me telling you about my 5 top habits, my 5 top healthy habits that have really just helped to change my life. No doubt my life has literally been changed just by consistently doing these 5 top habits or things. But before we get into the video, please be sure to like, comment and subscribe. Tell a friend to watch my videos and subscribe. Can't even speak. Top habit is sleep. I know a lot of people like to say, yeah, rest is important, no, rest is important. No, rest is important. You need your body to shut down and just rest, and like for a good amount of hours. So long story short, let me just swallow quickly. Woo. Long story short, I have been struggling with insomnia since I was 15. Yeah, I would spend the whole day awake because I obviously had school, and then at night as well, I would be awake literally. My alarm would ring for me to wake up and I would already be up at 6. Literally getting ready for school, the time was 6 and I would already be up, and so I would just get out of my bed and like get ready for school, which is obviously a very dangerous habit to have and just not how you want to be living life, because also not sleeping has a lot of different consequences that you really don't need to be dealing with. So fast forward to 2021. So last year my insomnia peaked during the lockdown because I was at home. I wasn't really doing much, we didn't have school, what. Long story short, my insomnia peaked and it was really bad. I was essentially staying up during the day and during the night. I would literally only sleep at 4 a.m. when the birds were chirping outside. I was chirping along, imagine. So yeah, I basically made an oath to myself. I pledged to myself and I said, self, you're gonna sleep this year. So fast forward to 2021, I am sleeping. Now you're probably wondering, how are you sleeping? So my top habit for establishing a proper sleeping schedule would, number 1, be to have a bedtime. Have a bedtime and just stick to your bedtime. What works best for me is setting a reminder 30 minutes before bed to remind myself that you actually need to get into bed in the next 30 minutes. Often at night, I'm busy with school stuff, or I might be reading or watching YouTube videos or watching a movie, whatever the case may be, but I always set that reminder on my phone so that I know that, you know what, you actually need to finish up your activity and go to bed. Like, you need to finish up and go to bed. And obviously, yes, in the beginning it will be difficult because your body's not used to it. However, a habit takes 21 days to form in you. So if you consistently do it for 21 days, you'll find that you naturally just become tired at that exact same time every single day, because it's now a habit in you. Obviously, there are days where you will not be as tired, and that is okay. That's perfectly fine. There are days where I also will stay up until, for example, I don't know, midnight, but generally I do get tired around 9:30ish. By 10:30 I am 9:45. So yeah, next on my list is drink water. And I know everyone says drink water, but guys, literally, number 1, water has so many health benefits. I'm really not gonna sit here and say, yeah, it's gonna make your skin smooth, what. Look at my skin right now. I drink water every single day. I drink water with every single meal that I have. We do have soft drinks. Why did I say soft drinks? I've never said that word ever in my life. We do have cool drinks in my house, like Coke and whatever, but we buy the sugar-free ones, but that doesn't make them any better. However, I don't drink them every single day. Even if they're in the house, I discipline myself and say, you know what, I'm gonna make a conscious decision to drink water. So moral of the story, drink water because it's gonna help flush all the toxins out of your body. I think also though, I think my number one habit, I should have started with this, is that you need to drink water first thing in the morning. The reason that you need to do this is because your body has been fasting for 8 hours. You haven't had any snacks while you were sleeping, you were not drinking anything while you were sleeping, obviously, and so your body, when you wake up, is dehydrated. You need a booster, something to wake you up and wake you up correctly. Another tip, or another like thing that has drawn me closer to water, is the fact that water actually helps with weight. Water helps put off any weight, and so that is really great. Like if you're trying not to gain a lot of weight, literally just keep drinking water. You'll find that you are gonna be in the toilet for most of the day because obviously your body is flushing out all the toxins, but you know what, better be in the toilet than not be as healthy as you possibly can. One tip and trick that I would say is that fill your water bottle up with water the night before, and then literally just keep it on your desk or your bedside table. Literally keep it in your room so that you know first thing in the morning, drink water. And if you're someone who is gonna forget and see the water bottle but still forget, I would say then just put it in your alarm. So whatever time you generally wake up, wake up and drink water, and then literally wake up and drink water. With a lot of these habits, they do require discipline, and discipline is something that I personally have struggled with. But what I found is that when you keep teaching your body something, you also need, when you want to teach your body something, you also need to show your body that you are serious about learning that thing. So be consistent. If you say you want to drink water every day, then set an alarm and actually drink water every day. That way you'll even find that at the time that you wake up, you'll naturally be thirsty because your body is so used to having water. So when you don't have water, then your body wants water. So definitely drink water. Habit number 3 is establishing a morning and a night routine. Personally, I love my morning routine. Literally, guys, I love my morning routine. So the reason I have a morning routine is because I sort of noticed that I was not a morning person. Guys, I don't want to say there's no such a being a morning person, or there isn't, or whatever, but I just think that you not being a morning person stems from you having a bad nighttime routine. Because you set yourself up for disaster. You set yourself up to not have a good night. For example, you sleep at 2 a.m. and yet you know you need to be up for classes at 7 a.m. When you wake up, you're number one going to be tired. When you're tired, you are more irritable. That way you'll probably end up saying, oh, I'm not a morning person. No, you just have bad habits. You just have really bad nighttime habits, which will obviously impact you for the next day. So I would definitely say setting a proper morning routine and a night routine. I personally love my morning routine because it encompasses a bit of every single aspect that I'm going to be talking about in this video. So the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is I drink water. Okay, I'm lying. The first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is I go to the bathroom. I do my business and then I come back to my room and I drink water. At the back of my door, I actually have my morning mantra. I have 3 of them, so I basically just say my morning mantras out loud. I'm not gonna say it. Yeah, I was about to start saying it, but it's fine, I'm not gonna say it. So after I say my morning mantras, then I will either start journaling or I'll watch a sermon first. So either or. When I journal, I literally just get my journal and a pen, and I sometimes on Pinterest will search journal prompts, and then I will answer the questions. So it's like there are different sort of categories. So you'll have a category of self-love, or security, or friendship, or whatever the category may be. Whatever you want to personally explore about yourself, you can search that on Pinterest, or you could just write down whatever you would like to write down in your journal. Personally, I like to do 5 things I'm grateful for today, and then I like to do 5 things that I'm grateful for that I do not have yet, and then I like to write a little prayer, and then that is my part of the journaling. When I'm feeling spicy, then I will go into Pinterest and search journal prompts. Literally all you need to do is go onto Pinterest, or I'm pretty sure you can do it in Google as well. Just search journal prompts, and then you will find a whole bunch of questions and you just fill out the questions in your diary. If I do not do that first, then I will watch a sermon or listen to a podcast. I like to watch a sermon in the morning though, because I like to just sit and just have the pastor preach and me write down my notes and open my Bible. I just feel like that is like a better way. If not, then I will listen to a podcast while I'm doing whatever else I need to be doing. However, I generally do aim to just listen to a sermon every single morning, and then I will write notes if I need to write notes, whatever the case may be. But that is basically my morning routine. After that, I do any schoolwork that needs to be done. I draft any emails, I answer any messages that I may have left last night, and then I write a to-do list of what I need to do today. Because I'm back at online school, I now in my reminders write down every single class that I have, just so that 5 minutes before my class I am alerted and can be aware and ready. And also it just helps with like being on time, so like joining my Zoom meeting 2 minutes before I'm actually supposed to be joining the Zoom meeting. All of that, it just helps me stay on track and just like have a good day without adding extra stress of forgetting I had a class and forgetting this and forgetting that. Literally, I use alarm and just my reminders on my phone, and literally I set myself up to have a good day. Next on my list is health is wealth. I don't know why I named it that, but it's basically my eating habits. I'm very privileged to live in a house that does prioritize eating healthy. We as a family eat brown rice. We have cool, I don't know why I keep saying soft drinks, guys, please. We have cool drink in the house, but we occasionally will buy the ones that are like normal. We usually stick to the sugar-free ones. We have juice in the house, but I personally just do not drink juice. So that is something that I do. I just do not drink juice. And above and beyond that, we always just try have vegetables or salads with every meal that we have. Not always, but generally we like salad, so we will always incorporate salad or vegetables. During the week it's usually just vegetables, and then on weekends salad is ours, and I really love salad as well. So yeah, those are my healthy habits, and then as like a family. And so my personal habits, I would say, is definitely number one, drinking water. And recently I've got into making myself these little mini poke bowls. I think that's what they're called. They're called poke bowls. So I make those. I'll insert a picture of 2 that I have made that have been really delicious. Literally all you do is put some chicken in the pan, fry it up, cut up your salad, your little salad. You can put some avo, you can put some feta, whatever a salad looks like to you. Put that on the side, but it must be like veggies. It must be vegetables, or whatever a salad looks like to you. Put that on the side, and then you can also just put it on a bed of rice. Obviously in this house we only have brown rice, so I do brown rice. And yeah, just eat as clean as you possibly can. And I also really want to try to establish what days of the week I'm going to eat meat and what days of the week I'm not going to eat meat. I've definitely wanted to experience with just being a vegetarian. I actually do have a friend who is a vegetarian. Shout out Helene if you're watching this. And I literally always forget that she's vegetarian. Literally, I always forget. But I do think that I probably would just try being a vegetarian, even if it's for like 2 days, just to see. I know I'll probably be fine because I'm not a huge meat eater. Yes, I love meat, I think it's delicious, but I wouldn't say that I am a huge meat eater, no. So yeah, and then once you are further along with these small eating habits, then you can dive into the big eating habits, like saying that you're not going to eat meat for this week and then you're going to eat meat next week, or whatever it is to you, whatever you feel like you need to subtract, do that. Whatever works for you, do that. Next on my list is self-care, and this is the 5th and final one. So when people generally speak about self-care, they speak about doing a face mask and going to the spa and, I don't know, taking a deep shower and washing your hair. All of that is great, and that is definitely under the heading of self-care. 110%. Do all those things. Treat yourself well, treat your body well. It's gonna pay you and treat you well as well, you'll be rewarded with having a good, healthy, happy body. That is 110% true. However, I am now learning that self-care also has a lot to do with like your psychological state, your peace of mind, your inner peace. Guys, the biggest thing that I have learned this year that has helped me is boundaries. You need to have boundaries. Boundaries are important. You need boundaries in your life. In every aspect of your life, you need boundaries. Number one, people cannot simply have all the access in the world to you, because when they find that they have all the access in the world to you, they will manipulate you. They will take advantage of you. At the end of the day, we are mere human beings. I'm not saying that this is okay. I'm not saying that this behavior is okay. However, we've seen it happen too often. So you need to have boundaries. You need to say, you will talk to me like this, you will not talk to me like this. We can have this conversation, we cannot have this conversation. For an example of a good boundary would be to say, if you start swearing, I will leave this conversation. Let's say that you and a friend are arguing, or you and your boyfriend or your girlfriend are arguing, and they have like a habit of swearing or whatever the case may be, and they think that they're gonna come and swear you. A good boundary to have, and you think, and you as the partner think that swearing is a huge no. It's a no. It's just, it's not for you, and it's not for anyone else to say to you. So a good boundary that you can implement is to say, if you start swearing, I will leave this conversation. You've let them know what they can and cannot do, and then you've also let them know of the consequences if they choose to do the thing that you are asking them not to do. Not rather asking them, I think you are telling them what not to do. But I think also boundaries are a little tricky. I'm still learning a lot about boundaries, but I think like also boundaries are a little tricky, but I think it more so has to do with the way that you word it. You need to like word your boundaries from a perspective that has everything to do with you and not the other person, because people generally don't take well to you telling them what to do and what they can't do and what they should do and whatever. However, if you make your boundaries come from a place of you, so you put it into your perspective, say, I will leave this conversation. I do not take well to being sworn at. I think that it is very disrespectful. If you swear me, I will leave this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Make it be from a place of you are having something to say about it. But yeah guys, honestly, look at boundaries. Boundaries are really important. One of the reasons that I actually have this proper sleeping habit right now is because I actually have a sleeping boundary. Anybody who calls me, I usually, or they will decide on a time to call, or if not, it would be a spontaneous call. But if that person, for example, before I had set the sleeping boundary, was used to calling me at midnight, or we would call from like 10 p.m. all the way till 1 a.m. or whatever the case may be, I just let that person know that this is a sleeping boundary that I have. If you would like to call me, you can call me. However, I will be sleeping at so and so time. Therefore, the call needs to happen before this time because I will be sleeping. If you cannot do this, then it simply means that we are not going to have a call. Therefore, I'm setting the boundary for myself so that I can have a proper sleeping schedule. You know what I'm saying? Boundaries are all about you and protecting yourself. We have made it to the end of the video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for next Friday's video. It's gonna be a good one. Have a lovely week, and thank you so much for watching. What person would say is setting a reminder to get ready for bed, and then also just like setting a reminder as an individual, if that's what makes you tired, then sleep with the lights on. If you feel like, okay, well, I mean, I don't know about that, but like if it works best for you, I mean, but so I am very privileged. Oof. So